Today, the Deputy Minister of Transport and Aviation, Sadiq Sila, don't tell we say, the government of Sierra Leone, they try for bring 100 automated buses them na Sierra Leone. And this one na grant where the World Bank give Salon. But not to the first time they see they talk am. We go look for remind them back where we come inside the program for play another clip. But on a side note, we will be there the day where we deal with the unaccountable impress, that non-accountable impress. That impress where they know they ask question again, say how you spend that money there, where Parliament just pass. Remember Naya, we do the program, and a lot of people them frown at them, say not to the correct thing. And I be asked a question, say, who say the opposition then be there? Well, I don't know if you be get opportunity for listening 98.1 this morning, because the Honorable himself, Tawa, where Naim will be land say, be team up say that bill not for go before, and the APC Honorable be there on 98.1. Well, APC say, then listen to one online program, and we know say now we. They say, but we get it wrong. They say the reporting will be the wrong. For say, they not be talk. They say, in fact, now them be team up against the particular bill na Parliament. But according to what we listen, the report where Abdoulaye Blah talk say, na Tawa, the Honorable Tawa, na he be team up against the bill and nobody no back come up. Well, what the APC don't do now? APC say, they don't write letter. So the clerk na Parliament for say, do ya, that bill, let them count them back. Because what you do, then go look for debate them. They say because public opinion, people they don't talk, people they don't frown against them. So then go look for see then count that bill back, so that then go team up now strong. Make the people them we talk say, where the opposition, make them see say, then the opposition then team up tranga one. So sometimes it's like say, where we can they talk is like na deaf ears. But at least now we know say then they listen. They say because people in Christ say they don't want time, so they ready for table and back in the Parliament. But people then they say, wait to. So what if the people they not be talk? Una not for be go back? Well, we don't know if Parliament go agree for bring and come back na the table. For say make we can discuss and back. Or then go say, you know what thing, we don't pass and down. Well, una miss this by technicality. You know say we in Parliament one and they get technical business. Una miss them by technicality, so we're not going to bring and come back. And this one, then 3 people and they get for enjoy the suite of office. Well, we still they open the eye and the yes, make we listen, waiting go come out of that. And definitely we go there back for discussion. But today's topic, the Deputy Minister, I just see now George Kamade ask on Facebook, say automated as in waiting, as in self-driving cars. Now the exact word where the Deputy Minister, Sadiq Sila, use, he said an automated bus them. Make I just bring in the conversation where it be get na Radio Democracy 98.1. Maybe you know be get opportunity for listening but we just cut usai we get interest on. Make we listen exactly how the conversation be go and how this talk come about for them 100 buses there. Let me listen to this.
Well, thank you very much. The messages are straightforward. We come into the peak season, so therefore the efficiency and the effectiveness of the sea transportation, particularly the ferry. And I think that's when the GM of Port and the Executive Director of Maritime that they work on now as I speak to you, because we are aware about that. That's not the normal routine then. That way come to that peak hours and the movements that they make. So we reinforce that and ensure not to that. When you talk about persons with disability, as you don't see, we don't begin to look into that. If we work out with the school buses, we make sure say it's a disabled free. And then when we talk into the project, what they talk about, and somebody they say World Bank project, so another debt back. Please, that person they listen carefully and understand. It's a grant, it's a free thing. You need to pay. The people that don't come, we've done our best as a government for put with issues and together, like I know more the radio, the help we follow understand, say, we're not the shy away. Like I said, we're not the Americans don't begin to blame past government. That's not my own style. There's a problem as a government is continuity. As a nation, we don't come meet that. And are we now in charge? So waiting with the do for solve the problem, that's the most important thing. And that's what we're doing. We've approached the World Bank. We don't justify with reason why enough will be alone, because this is a hard core thing. And like I speak to Una, the transport sector, the second highest employer apart from agriculture in this country, formal or informal. And this country. So we know with relevance, we know with seriousness. The first sector, I agree to 100%. Once you get the movement of persons and goods freely, that itself the help in the economy. Without the help we optimize, we gain them in the economy. The project what they talk about, not a long-term project. From 2019 to 2024, it's not a long-term project, and the effective period don't even pass. So we're now in the implementation period. And this project, they broadly speak about three components. If I want to take a step from the real, where a question I ask, we are very interested in that thing. From the real component 3, it tell you say component 3 they build human capital and institutional capacity. We see a institutional capacity now where we target women them, because along all this corridor there, the women them now they go for do the trade. When you create the corridor, the woman they move in wares them from one market to another very easily. So women's empowerment, we will create a blockchain solution so that they will enhance the financial gains them and make sure say they part of this project. We look into that. We even talk about institutional capacity there. Institutional capacity there, we say institutions like road transports, corporation.
So all thing we don't talk about. So the plan day you paper we read from when exactly the Ministry of Transport and Innovation go start for one, so that people go see and ease them burden.
Khadija, the thing is ongoing. The effective period is 11th October, and we don't meet all the criteria, all the conditions as a government. World Bank don't approve them. So the project they on now. So it's not when. It's not about when it begin. It don't begin. 28th of this month, we just go do a formal launching. Whether you like it or not, you believe it or not, we are a talk and do government.
So in terms of...
So we know they just can't talk because for talk's sake. We're talking from the heart. We know the problems. We know they shy away from the problem. We are not in charge. We are not here for blame game. What we for do now and what we don't do, now they let to the public. These projects are, as like I said to you, if you really understand the things, we say we transform that road transport corporation for let it become a regulatory and a planner rather than an operator. As how you know now, road transport and follow by bus that they run and go upline, and that is not it. Therefore, become a regulatory body and a planner, and this one. We say they restructure the private bus system, because now you remember one of the texts where you read, or one of the concerns where you read, then take you out and drop you halfway, no properties. We know they just say, let we just take the people that the private bus say, this is bus not good for purpose, you they overload them, you know they come. We say, will they buy bus there? We'll bring the private operators them inside into the system, we organize them, then run the bus. But this
all inside this project so they talk about
minimum 100 public buses there, just for Ogu Bridge yonder.
Waiting at the time frame of the project, because you say you already don't start.
Yes.
So waiting at the time frame.
The project beginning ending now from 2019 to 2024.
So that is over
everything. If I don't utilize a 50 million grant, I still repeat grant. It's not a loan.
So, Mr. Minister,
we'll not add burden to people them.
So this project, say people at the beginning say and benefit from now over 3 years. When are the immediate solution, especially to land transportation? Because over 3 years, it's as if we not put things in place. More challenge today for people
immediate. So no, not call and say immediate. So we're saying that the day-to-day approach to this one. This is what government in your part they do for provide the services. The government in your part also for create the enabling environment and the regulatory frameworks.
But people need transport for move from one place to another.
Encouraging, but every day people are moving.
But they get challenged, you're not accessible.
Those challenges
affordable.
will never end. That's why you take it. Even at the best of America, those challenges will never end because it's a continuous thing. That is why we are taking actions for mitigate them every day. You now know saying that this country. We get a device now, a system where road safety they use. If you drive your motor car, me as a dick, are able to check if that motor car violates.
So now tell me waiting at the day-to-day approach for easy transportation, because you still not
very good. The day-to-day approach. You see example of what we do in Lumley. The time we spend for cross that Lumley place. I mean they spend and they now. No, because would they make the traffic move? Because it's not really about the motor car with Boku, but we want motor car stuck into the traffic for nearly 1 or 2 hours. You don't go now Eastern Police. Wait the day Eastern Police for over 2-3 hours. You stop
the traffic congestion a good move, but again the main one now for let the citizen and get access to public transport.
But how you get access to when if one motor car move Khadija, it goes stuck inside traffic for 3 hours.
And they talk about the availability.
Yes, because the motor car day, but the easy movement, mind you, transportation now the easy flow of them. Now it can be one vehicle, but if it allow it, they go fast, it go easily.
The motor car the motor car then they outside.
We talk about government provision.
No,
transportation.
You see, this is where you guys
not for make them affordable for people.
No.
Not for provide them for people.
Wait. This is where you not get the whole thing wrong. You always they propose say government now for provide all the services there. No, if government provide all the services there, the economy now they move by that. You understand? The government is not an NGO. That's what you want to transform government into an NGO. Get more to carry the move. That's
government mandate for provide necessity needs of people. With the transportation now one, and we not see that yet to actualize.
Can you see 50 school buses are out of the fleet in the country?
School picking.
Yes, who say you see a road safety that they provide buses that they move people there over and over. They can say that one thing. Who say you see they clear the corridor for let the private vehicles move at a faster rate so that they go able to move people at peak period. You say you don't see nothing.
But then in the
so what you get you want to see? You want them to crowd the whole place.
The school buses are all stuck in them.
Yes, but then the population, you know that the population of a school going population.
Yeah, but you get the cities also where they from one place to another.
40% of the national population of this country. So therefore, catering for 40% of the national population, you see that there as a joke?
Oh, no, for do more than that.
Yes, and we're ready for do. That is why I said to you, it's a continuous process. Nobody they provide a 50 school bus, you clear a corridor, they say that is enough. So no, Minister, I'm not going to say that is enough.
Mr. Minister, earlier you say government not to an NGO, but you are aware say the government again gets responsibility for make the citizen uncomfortable, for get access to the basic needs.
Well, that is what government should do. That is what government should do. Government will ensure, say, and that is what we're doing. We create an enabling environment so that the private person, where they live in business, they live in life through transportation, also get a space. You cannot expect government say go buy bus, put all over the place, they move people them free.
Okay,
how the private person they survive?
Continue
how you move the economy around? You know they move the economy. Government is on it. I still repeat. I they speak to you. Forget about me being a minister now, but I speak to you now as an economist.
Mr. Minister, earlier you make mention of 100 bus system. Minimum of 100 bus system, which you say on a ministry they bring for Sierra Leone people under the project where you just say una go launch on the 28th. And the lifespan of this project now from now to 2024. within the implementation of this project, when exactly the citizen will get access to this minimum of 100 buses?
Less than a year of the project, because the project gets components and when infrastructure development, where it takes some time. Let me just give one or two sides then. Under this project, then we'll go for improve the road conditions and rehabilitating key roads sections now within this project. So that is not something we just do like that. We'll go for improving the drainage capacities. We'll go for make slope stability interventions. We'll go for constructing of off-street transit, transport terminals and markets. Okay. So these are things that we take. So what they tell you say they
so
think the last year, 2019 and everything. Not mean say we wait till 2024 now they buy the bus. So the bus are just one aspect of the thing. There are so many other things that into this project where they benefit.
Mr. Minister, the bus them you say within a year. So by next year they go available.
Of course, before the end of 2020, you see minimum 100 automated. Not to that they carry away they go claim inside. Who say for pay 2,000, you give the driver 1,000, then you hold the balance, say na you paddy. That's not the panel. You claim inside that bus day without swap your card, do the work thing. There's going to be
which kind card?
A system.
Which kind card?
Like they travel everywhere in the world. You swap. Like I get.
But now man get access to that.
Yes, because it's very easy, my friend. These are easy technology. Let's say we get one of the best brains in the world about technology, Dr. Senge. They don't devise all that. It's as easy. If today we people they left in our village, they send text message, they send audio message per mobile, we don't know how to read and write. So they land down there. So not even go into that. We ready, we don't test the things there. We don't take market women, they don't know how to read and write. We don't take a cab driver them, Okada riders them, bus driver them. We don't sabi read and write. We don't test them through that system, they sabi operate them.
Okay,
so we don't put them to tests. So not even go that side.
Me for be like for ask the minister. Then send the way they take all them people and the way he talk so say then take them for test that system there. I for be like for make we camera did it. Make we see. Make we hear from them. And see and say na something we really happen. I know they doubt some but for be just like for Siam. Say they don't test the system. If you listen where the minister be the talk, he talk about saying a 15 million grant and not to loan. He say na grant, not to so. Then what he talk, he say you no go expect the government for car with boku boss them for Florida na the country. That now what he talk by this particular interview. Okay. This one they get for launch the 28th of this month, a week from now. Now make we can discuss small. Make we remind the deputy minister waiting he be talk back in June. You listen in conversation now, just now. I just want to remind the minister back in June, we be get a press conference. Let we listen waiting he been tell we back then.
What we've done as a ministry, we've gone ahead through a World Bank project. And believe you me, most people do not get this information. We've got a $50 million grant. It's not a loan, it's a grant. It's free of cost. And what we're going to do with that money, we're putting it into decongestion of the city. We're going to create free corridors. What we mean by free corridors, you all know that in the mornings when there's a school time for schooling, you have the kids and we the elders and other people struggling on the same traffic line to go to work, go to school. We're going to use some of that $50 million to procure 200 public buses. That's separate from the 200 public buses that we'll be talking about, which is going to go through government, like a PPP approach. This is separate. So if, God willing, we achieve that 200, that's going to go through government for a PPP, plus another 200 from a World Bank funding, which is cost-free, then we're hoping that the close of this year to early next year, you'll be having 400 public buses available throughout this country. Would that not be a big change? And we're not going to just make those buses available. We're going to create the corridors. So in the morning, for instance, they'll tell you, if you keep on this lane from Lumley to go right up to PZ, there's no stopping, no parking, except the gated point where you just drop off the school kids.
You know, Yegi, I just want to remind the minister what he be talk back in June. He promised we 400 buses. He said 400 buses when the end of this year, 2019, to early 2020. We go get 400 buses. Maybe you don't remember, back in June, we do a program now for make people know say the suffering within the suffer for take transport, it go end soon. Because waiting do now waiting the minister, the deputy minister been tell we back then in June. For tell we say the grant we then get, not loan but grant, then go use them for acquire 200 buses. Done, government on its own go also buy 200 buses. We go make a mamons 400 buses. Now, the minister they tell we about a minimum of 100 buses. Yes, you go say there is no cap, then are just a minimum. But at that time, what he tell we? He tell we about 400. He give we like a max. But now there is no max. I hope you get with it and they get at. Now there is no max. Back then, he tell we say, then go count 400. Now, he tell we say, if we expect the government for flood the country with Boston, who side the Boston go pass? Back then, he tell we say, now 400 then go carry it. We just want for make the minister able serve we right in information. Because we, Nasir Network, we they keep and we they play back. We, you not just the cow saying, so you been say. No, we they plan for you, make you hear waiting you be say. Because I wish the 98 be play this for them now. Because now we know say the 2019 done. And that was promised in the clip where I played just now. Back in June, it was promised by the end of 2019, we will begin see the bus system. And we will be glad in Aya. 2019, they done. Now we don't hear about 2020 to 2024. Whereas on that clip day, there was nothing about 2024. Before, it told you about a 50 million grant. Now, 15 million grant we dey talk about. So waiting happen? Waiting happen with all the changes them? What happen with all the changes? Eh? We just want for make we get everything right. We just want for make we get everything right now. Because communication and information na in a power. So that we all, when we do program, say this is going to happen, we not come back say, oh, this is not going to happen. But at the end of the day, it is a good one. Because waiting do, there is no cap. So maybe we could still get up to 500 bus. But for now, we know about 100 minimum. Which is still good, because waiting do, people they need public transportation na salon. People they need them. So this is a good one. But what would they say? Back in June, waiting the deputy minister tell we, if I correlate with what he tell we right now, if even it not correlate, it not be the same. If I explain to we what he make the difference back then to now. So that 10 day, we go get a clear mind. Say, yes, I be tell una say this, but now, after everything, because now you don't tell us in October, now in this begin. And in June, it tell we say, in case you know, but then they don't be granted a $50 million grant. Now 15 million. I just pick out the things them from the last one where the minister talk to this one. He left to you waiting you get out of the minister in interview. But we know say when them bosses then they get for rich tongue, it go help the people them. So for now will be there. We talk about 400. I just want to remind we say now 100 we talk about a minimum of 100. And we just hope say where the boss then reach, then go distribute them well. Because we know say definitely if the grants don't go and it tell we say everything done, then even forget side goes all down there we don't talk about and save the last time. But now 100 we they look at as a minimum force. Then don't they go they see maybe the other 300 them then go they come. I they open the phone line. Yes, caller, your name and who side the call from, please.
Yeah, good morning for me on side.
What's in your contribution?
Yeah, listen to we deputy minister, but my brother and to me Sierra Leoneans people we politicians they need proper delivery. We need to pray for them. Because all the politicians and lied and they lied to be the people always in the full way. When they talk about this today, tomorrow and take about this other thing. Now, 3 statements, now ingi towards in speech way igi. And in fact, they even allow the journalist for like able interview and waiting more info interview. He always they ask with the journalist as like my men picking or whatever. This not the thing way they affect alone. The journalists then, if a politician they know one, then they use the veto powers or because now then a power, nobody know for ask them any question where it will type them up quick. They don't go against you. You know, me to me on side all within. Just lie to people then. That me take right now.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Make I read some of the text then. My ABC he say why make them people know the team up and the word then way they can talk. Why make we always get for the remind them of waiting then say. Just Kamara say, he say waiting you say. Now they come back at you, Mr. Minister. George Camara he say, Salon Media House then get for do a better job for they save them audio clip them, now they archive them. He says so that then go always they replay them, so that then go put them foot down where then they talk to them people and they where they in authority, so that the minister them no go think say or the people them in authority no go think say, then they walk around and feel say they're able in insult with intelligence. Yes, caller, you dey live on here, sir. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, my name is Brian. I call from New Jersey.
You get the platform, Brian.
Yeah, I think we can say thank you for this forum. This one, this we can always say with public officials, and when we get, they're not truthful at all. They are not truthful because now this make would they give you more props because you play for we waiting if we don't talk together. Waiting if we don't talk together. They are not truthful. Because together, if we don't say 200 bosses, now 100 boss. Then every other thing maybe they talk, they change. The journalists, they try for ask you, but you know how to give the truthful answer. You cut here, you put here. Cut here, put here. Why people are not, waiting if we don't say together, if anything change, if together have been $50 million they've been promised for Guna, now it don't change, come back to the media, come explain. So, my family owner, this we don't say. We don't say now 50 million. But the people, for one reason or the other, they don't cut the money don't reduce. Come, you explain to we. We get able to understand. But you know, explain and the guy for ask you, you cut here, you put here now, then so, you cancel. I don't understand. They feel to say, I'll be forced in salon, will now only be SLBS BD. Will not be get no other better TV station or radio station or lecture network. Well, everything they done, the internet today now. So you not go lie. Any lie where you lie, people going to go back and trace whatever thing you say. So now you make, at times you can discourage, like then 2 days at the program or discourage by the news. But we know say, Salon, ego must change. We go expose them politicians there. But waiting and we go expose them. They're not truthful. They're not truthful. So now we all collectively, we don't know saying as you let that country, now we not forgive up. At times here I will be discouraged, but we not forgive up. Because politicians and Mbokute, they not reach 500,000 or 1 million. The rest of we plenty past them. Now we not forgive up now country. So now my contribution and thanks very much. I'll continue for listening.
Thank you very much, Brahma. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Just come out he said the whole country need deliverance. He said, may God deliver us once and for all. Emmanuel Mendy he say, my fellow Sierra Leoneans, then despite we the hope for a better Sierra Leone, but the things are, he said the way how things then they go, it's like say, no hope, no day for now. I think so there is hope, Emmanuel. There is definitely hope. Yes, caller, you dey live on here. You name and who side you call from?
Yeah, this is the call from US.
You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, even though the deputy minister was trying to be evasive, at least, at the end he said they will bring 100 boss. Yeah, that's not bad. But the thing is, are these bosses going to be brand second-hand bosses or brand new bosses?
Now, brand new bosses, sir.
Yeah, I hope so, because we've seen it time and time again. Then take money for go buy bosses and things, then come with brand new second-hand. After a couple of months, the boss they all walk down and pack. And if now that, then they try for bring brand new bosses, then we will try for take care of the transportation problem. That's a good thing. But me also, the things say, when they go for these grants and things, they will try for go for priorities, things that actually they affect the people. Transportation is one of them, but also when they try for go get them grant and then free money, and for try to get things like electricity, people that will go able to come and support the electrical program of the country for bring about electricity. If they don't want to spend money, they say government not get money, but try to get a grant, they will help for really take care of them major problems that they really affect the people. But for the growth of them flamboyant project, they wouldn't talk of it. To me, not make any sense. Then for try for get them people that will really help for take care of the major problems that affect the country, the electricity, water, Then you will understand, yes, now we the only right path to seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. But then cosmetic things the way they try for me, it will help. That's the way I see it. That's my take.
All right. Thank you very much. Ayo, thank you, sir. Yes, caller, your name and who the call from, please?
Yeah, this is Esatu from New York.
Yes, Esatu, you get the platform. What's in your contribution?
Okay, well, first I want to say I'm glad we didn't listen to it based on the frustration we get 2 days ago regarding them bill. We hope to see that they really reject that deal. We then bring them back in Parliament. And in terms of this minister in statement, transparency is very important, and being honest with the public is very important also. So if anything change, like, other callers they don't mention, just come out and let the people know, okay, they've been promised with it, so, but I guess things change, now this is the one give it. And in terms of what they say, now, they don't, take some people there, like Makituman there, Okada driver, people then for test the system. Not to something where we say, now, rocket science, where we say, people don't we use that. Where they live in New York City, we all know, say, you get to use a Metro card for either swipe at the subway station or put on within the bus, then get a slot way to do that. So you just need for talk, in that sense. Everybody will learn, of course. It's not a big deal. If they don't learn one way, they will learn another way. So you need for also for don't give the journalist, Khadija, time for ask the question then. So interview, people don't really get to the bottom of what's going on. But I guess, like you say, well, we're going to take responsibility moving forward. We're not going to do any blame game anymore. We're glad for Yerida Ande. So they're not going to blame anybody. We don't come a public office. Whatever you meet there, there is a reason why they remove the other people and then put una inside. They put una there because they want to make something different. They want to change. Fine. We all know what's going to be the problem. Everybody know that. But moving forward, we want to know what una will do. What una do for change Sierra Leone, for help with them out, and help with the bread and butter and clean energy, or water and sanitation, and the enabling environment where all of us want for Salone. So really we pray and we hope that they will focus on that and stop the too much talking. They talk too much. I think they just talk too much. Thank you, and my contribution, Andy, for today.
Thank you very much, Aisatu. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Umupine na Facebook say, he say, according to the Commission of Inquiry. Okay. Umupine na Facebook say, he say, according to the Commission of Inquiry, he say, one former deputy transport minister, he bill $6 million owes. He say, why this figure don't change now from 50 million to 15 million? He say, for say, na another $6 million owes, na ende on the way for make them bill, na 6 Mile, Peninsula to be specific. Na question they ask. Make we call this caller. Yes, caller, you dey live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
And it's not Patrick.
Yes, Patrick, you get a platform. What's in your contribution, sir?
Sierra Leone politics, I don't know, some of these ministers, they need for orientation, they need for put them in one room and put them, give them orientation about public relations with people. And none of them get good ways of how they communicate to the people. The whole government of Sierra Leone, present government from the top to the down, they know they communicate well to the people of Sierra Leone. We don't President Bio, I don't want to see himself to make a public speech or make a talk to the people of Sierra Leone if anything. Talk about a minister there. No simple question that they ask you. You want to turn it a bit big, it goes straight to the point. They know they give people that good, they not get relationship with the people. From the top to the down. Press receipt. They know you see some government that they get press release there, where the president go kind of talk to the people there. Say, my family, then so to go on at this country. Na so. But you know, go one word. But anything, where crash this time, petrol business come, we know hear nothing from them. This thing come, we know hear nothing from them. You minister, they ask you simple thing, you know able to respond before that you want to get angry. You know, say most of the get angry mean problem. If they ask you simple thing, you know, I'll tell you, most of the get angry mean problem. Then if they go, if they want they let them go teach them first before they go able to rule it. Let them take the time. And they go able to actually to get angry, man, they get angry on journalists. You know, they sound right. They need for the communicate to the people of Sierra Leone. President Bill for the come out up and talk to the Sierra Leone people there. Saloma no ask for talk to. Saloma, once you don't talk to us, say, hey, not so brand, not so thing to go on, no do this, no be a low see. You know, so my watch the very voice. They will summon courage small, so but the brand don't talk. You know, say team betterment they come. But nothing like that at this government. From where they come in power, I mean, I know they see no proper communication on certain issues, you know? And I forget to say some of that thing there, as one of the callers said, now technology, everything where they don't say in the past, we get a record for them. We get a record and they thank God for Sarah Network. Thank God for you. Some of that thing there, if you say they know, what they keep out. Some of who get data, they will some of them chatting what they are. So if they mess it, but the man, I show me so. You don't, I show me say 1 year ago. I show me say 6 months ago. So why make you the change now today? So that means now they lie to it. So they left for the come and communicate to the people of Sierra Leone frequently. Give them good information. Give them the right information within the wire about the situation at the ground. Not to for just stand the talk, where they ask you something. If they ask you about what time, they go talk about travel. They ask you about rest, they go talk about bread. Not to them thing and day. Take the situation, attack the, as they say, hit the nail on the head. Tell them that's so. Since that's where they go on. That's where they go on. The money that's where they don't know what will happen. Give explanation, but nothing like that. They not communicate with the people of Sierra Leone properly. You look like say the lack of communication skills from the top downward. Because if there is no, there is even information minister, where they can ask so it can take some of the questions themselves joke. Are you a public officer that they actually come out to the laugh on TV or radio station, let's say that joke that they joke to you? They don't take some of the questions serious. They actually simple thing, respond responsibly. Let the people that don't say yes will get leader there, whether they work for we. I mean, I don't get that much for say, but they left for the communicate with the Sierra Leone people there properly. That would be me all.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you, sir.
You're right.
Yes, caller, your name and who side you call from?
Hello?
Yes, you did live. Your name and who side you call from?
Musa?
Yes.
I call this is Janet Musa. They call from the UK.
Yes, Janet, you get the platform.
Yeah, you know, don't listen to this deputy minister before when they been there on a television station and they ask her questions about them bosses. They spoke about a lot of stuff, technical things. The way they asked him, he was very apt in the answers and everything. So I kind of disappointed today when they listened to him when it kind of they sound so inconsistent. I mean, what in this mean? This mean to say that there's not proper planning. That they plan things properly before they come out to the public. And I think to say this is where the problem is. They mean good for the country. Let us all agree on that. But I think the gap there is they sit on and put pen and paper and say this, then the thing work out before they come to the public. You know, if you get the initial idea, you know, develop them, and then you go on to the public. And then when it materialize now, you find out, say, it falls short of what you will say. Then people then say you lie. For me, the word lie is a very strong word. I would not use it, but I would just say in the make a right on the forum, I say inconsistencies due to what, you know, vulgarity. It just means to say poor planning. The material don't go through, they find out say waiting them say first and waiting and say so we now not much. I wouldn't say lie. Lie is a strong word, but I would say all throughout what I say now poor planning. So I think to say going forward, what we need for the sound that they is from time to time is to say to them, don't talk to us too quickly. Get ideas, don't go through and force, don't find out, say yes, this is what is going to be. By the time I come to the public, everything is working just the way you guys want. But we don't see time and again, then they say one thing and a few other times then change them. Not because they are lying. I am trying to avoid that term because I know so that term they will get through term. It's not a term you can use easily. But we want to say to them, and as much as I mean good for the country, for bring transport camp, for making it easier for people for travel from one place to the other and keep people safe, because the transportation really not only about access outside they go, but we talk about security, issues almost accident you see in streets in Leone, very sad situation. But so that I make I feel to say the minister in attitude alone today, for me, I'm just gonna say they need more in-house training, out there for they talk to it and they're out. I don't know whether they get PAs and whatever, but me, I'm just saying that this is a learning phase. Maybe they could make the excuse for them. It's a learning phase. Going forward, they're going to learn as time to go on. Actually criticize them, not because we don't want them to succeed, but because we want them to learn the ropes. So I listened to I said to in New York. She made very salient points to them. I don't want to go over those points, but I sure say, if the ministers they listen to it, the government is listening to us, and say, what, take it slowly, walk through it, come to the public when you're ready.
Thank you very much, Janet. Thank you. Yeah.
Bye now.
Judge Kamara he said, make we talk through. He said, this present regime, this present administration, he said, they get public relations problem. He said, not to foresee na lie and the lie. He say, but it's Alex say, then they mislead the people them. Judge Kamara again, he say on the defense of the minister, he say, why we go say the plan for bring the 400 bus them? He say sometimes where they don't access done, and maybe then talk to road transport. He go find, make them bring the bus them small inside the country because of the traffic inside Freetown and the deplorable roads them within up now the provinces. He say if we want to talk to no more, 400 bus them, one time for bring them inside Salon, it go worsen the congestion without the not force don't create the transit corridor. See, the minister, he talked on the last time he talking back, the deputy minister, he talk about the transit corridor. Then get for create side them for them bus, then they for pass. Maybe he say the need for get intensive media training before some of them government people here, then they take government position. One thing where I just want for remind we, you remember the term for the campaign when these people then they go now the media. I just want to make you reflect back, make you take your mind back. When they go engage themselves in the media, how we been sound like then? Not to ala then kinde padi. Whose time where them be the campaign, where they ever meet na a station, whether it be TV or radio or whether it be in where they end up talk like how we they talk here. We know to alala at the end pa. So what me done the happen that 10 day? Now continue so. Now continue. And the past government have not to since we come to that way they for talk to the media. But now, what they say is, when they two or when the political parties then be they meet, how will be the turnout? Not to the same arrogant and ala then be the deeper. Well, maybe you go say that 10 day in be campaign, so everybody they try for sell a market. And now not to campaign 10. So for able for get exactly waiting then they try for explain to we. But for one thing, we me feel say I they observe, but most of, if not all, but most of the government officials then, whenever they go na the media, then they go in a defensive mode. Without they not get it to whichever station then they go, they don't prepare. Without they not the journalists not even ask them question it. They don't prepare how they get for batter, how they get for handle, how they feel say the journalists them get for go against them. Whereas the journalists in work now for ask question, we go make the public understand who side the government team up. But if the one the way they go for me they ask them question, for make we know who side the government team up in certain issues them, if they don't feel say then get a particular the same way most of them I want to make you reflect back and think, oh, some of them government officials them we then go. We ask them but na being answer then they give. And then it's try for make you look one kind of way. We're not talking about the deputy minister here. We're just talking about people in authority, government officials, how then they engage the media. There is poor relationship between the government and the media right now, Nasalone. You can agree or you can disagree. There is poor relationship. And that particular one day, we need for work on them. We really need for work on them. There are some of them, we know we call names, but there are some of them, we then go, they are not in that defensive mood. Then they go for go explain to people them. But some others, as you hear them call the name say, na then they today, you already don't know what's going to happen. And we just need for make we get questions answered. Me na push we don't advocate na, just like what Patrick say. The president need for the address the people them na salon. Like I said, few programs them back. He gets some good talk the way he can talk. Whenever I get opportunity, maybe go on a launching or he go see somebody or somebody can see him. He always they talk good. So me can say we need that talk that we can talk to them people and they. He need for talking to the entire nation. To the entire nation. He need for talking they. What he do? Because the nation need for a from him. Naya, I talk, that same talk the way I talk, Naya. That day we then be the question. The deputy information minister, he talked the same word. Then the information minister talked the same word. We people and they ask question about this cabinet reshuffle. And then say, nobody questions the president. Before you know it, 1 week safe, we see Usai then put down bill na parliament say whatever the president take as budget for go spend out and then add other people in there. Nobody not for question that. You don't see how the thing they migrate, they get body. So now we can say if the president they talk, yes, people in the come where they talk for the president. But in self need for talk. He need for talk. But that one way come the self he not be the talk. And I will be done with the talk over and over. You remember? Make I just remind you. We then pull some sumana. People and they say, waiting the president don't talk. Waiting he say, waiting no say. Waiting he say, waiting no say. Thing no talk. Then they talk. For saying something inside State House where they make them president and they talk. We need to go look for that thing there. Will they make anybody we go to State House? If it be the talk today, now we no one talk again. And not to that we need. We need daddy where they communicate to the picking them. And I bet you, if just will be the listen to them Okada riders them. Where they insist say fuel day, the people and keep them now sell no more than no one sell. What did they talk say? Then say the government still we say fuel day. They say they don't tell we say fuel day. Now keep them, they keep them. The one is a letter or let and give it. That's what they said. What you do? Because of the power of communication. They don't hear you. Naimeko. So imagine President Bio come. If na quarterly now, if na every 6 months or whatever, address the nation. Like address we. I'm not saying where they can say what is if you read all what no. Like say you really know the day-to-day running of the country. Like say you really know how them people and they feel. But one thing where I realize, whenever people in talk say the country is ganga right now, one time, the people in authority, they take and say, opposition. One time. As you say, the kind way the country now, easy. People in the bread and butter. Hey, that was the first bread and butter. I didn't know why. I didn't know why. They don't take and want them say, no, this one our opposition. So what if, when they go to the president, then they go tell and say, everything is bright and beautiful. Now no more, now the opposition, now just they talk about bread and butter. What if now so they go tell her? But if he can't engage, he go definitely no say, easy na the ground. And if he ready for talk, himself go agree say, yes, easy. But now this, and this, and this, and this, we don't they do for fix them. So that end day, the people are going to say, no, yes. We all know, they're trying. Then they try you. But no more, they try, they reflect. So if we then can cancel, then try for tell we why we know they see them. But as soon as you say, but the layman don't know they feel them. Oh, na defense one team. Na defense. So I think say the way how the government and the media they relate. I don't know if you subscribe to the SN radio channel and can get every week press conference and we can always do it. I want to make you watch that one day. Go to watch how they upload them every Monday morning. Now we can upload. I'll make you the watch them. It's different there because waiting do. Now then they talk, now then they do the submission. The administration, people, different people learn from different departments they come and can do the submission and can explain to the journalist and waiting they do. You go find out, say, the tone at which then they talk there, everything different. But when they come on at that podium yonder, you bring them come inside then different stations then as alone. Are two different things they see. So if you really want to understand how things they go on, watch that one day back. Because then nobody need to interrupt them. I think now we go done for today. Janet Mathamusa says, the president's not there above questioning. He say, now we right for make we scrutinize the government. He say, waiting do? He say, because we don't want dictator Nas alone. Judge Kamara say, he say, where you look am, all they boil down to insecurity. Where you don't know what you they do inside. You they resort to defense mechanism. You they try for dodge, then question, then we go look more for you. Let we left all thing here for today. We go there back tomorrow. For me, we can continue the conversation. I just want to make something clear. We're not there against government. We're not there against no ministry. But we're just there for point out things them we go make Salone better. And for today, I just remind the deputy minister say, now this he been said ready, and all look go in line with waiting he say now. So maybe within the gap, sometimes go able for explain to we waiting happen. Because at the end of the day, if me not be come out with them, nobody not for be asked question again. This now you remember now. But if you they follow this program now, you gonna say when it be say 400 boss, we glad in now, we do a program. So if they don't decide to get for be 400, but then they take them in phase level now na 100, now I make it say a minimum, but not put maximum. But if I be don't talk say yes, I be don't talk say na 400 or we be talk tradition a 400, but we they roll them out in a phase. We can understand. If be tell say 50 million grant, it's on tape. Now with the say 15 million grant. So what's happen with the 35 million? Is it for something else? Mr. Minister, sir, Deputy Minister. No hard feelings. We're just asking question. And we're always available for bring you come, make you can answer to we. I be promise I go come with somebody now, but I dey give small time first. I dey give small time because we don't reach out, but we not get any feedback yet. So we dey give small chance. But we just want the people in authority in Sierra Leone for no say Sierra Network Day. And me can tell them say now we na the gateway to the diaspora. We no boku, we no plenty, but we are the gateway to the diaspora, Sierra Network. And we want to make them know that. If you know say you want to engage the diaspora, just like where the election time be day, they were coming here. But now they don't get the power. If you say they don't need the Sierra Network again. And then they know they stop we for make we the talk. We go still the talk. But if you know say really you want to engage the diaspora, can I Sierra Network? We know they for party na Sierra Leone na party. And we just want for make we get a better country. We just want to enjoy we country. Make we get that enabling environment. It's like the word not mean anything again. They don't use until we are creating an enabling environment. But we know this here. So if you create and show we, so we can tap into that. So please, share a network there for everybody. Till we meet again tomorrow, Triple SA, Tata.